Modes of heat transfer. There are the three modes of heat transfer: conduction, convection and radiation. We will see one by one clearly. Conduction. So normally the conduction will take place in solids and convection and radiations are take place in liquid and gases. Then conduction and convection are slow process where the radiation is a fast process. We receive the radiation from sun by the process of the sun will transfer the heat through the process of radiation. So the radiation means which does not heat the intervening medium. So the convection is a slow process, radiation is a fast process. Now we are going to see one by one clearly. Conduction. Let us take that container or a vessel, a metal vessel or copper vessel or any metal vessel filled with water. When the heat is supplied at the bottom, what will happen? The vessel first heat up. That means the conduction of the atoms in the solid vessel is a heat up. That heat only supplied to water. So that process is called conduction. During the process of conduction, the transfer of heat will take place by the process of molecular collision. But there is no actual movement of particles in conduction process. Conduction means there will be a transfer of heat take place through the process of molecular collisions between them. Due to this molecular collision, heat will be absorbed from the fire and it will be transferred to liquid in the container, water in the container. So the heat transferred by the solid vessel is called conduction process. In this process, there is no actual movement of particles take place. Now, the heat is supplied to the water through the vessel. So that process is conduction. So in the lower part, the lower layers of the water, what will happen? It will become hot than the colder part. So when any liquid will become hotter means temperature rises means density decreases, low density. Compare. So its density, water at the bottom layer has a low density as compared to the higher density when the water is heated from the bottom. Okay, so then what will happen? Due to the buoyancy, the low density layers will move up and the high density water layers will move down. There will be a flow of actual movement of the particle take place. This is called convection current. So this is called as convection current. So there will be actual movement of particle take place. That is called convection. Again I will say, when the heat is supplied at the bottom layer of the water becomes hotter, that means temperature rises. When the temperature rises, what will happen? The density decreases compared with the upper layer of the water. Then because of the low density, this layer will move up and the high density will move down by the process of buoyancy and gravity. Okay, so it will move up. Due to the gravity, the high density layers will come down. Due to the buoyancy, the low density layer will move up. The movement of this actual movement of the particle is called convection. That is, convection means transfer of heat by actual movement of particles. But in conduction, there is no actual movement of particles. Then what will happen? Continuously all the layers of the water become equal temperature at a high temperature. Then what will happen? The temperature increases. Then liquid converted into layer. The liquid will be transferred to gaseous state, that is vapor. So what is radiation? The radiation means the transfer of heat without heating the intervening medium. So if you keep the hand on the upper side, we are able to see the radiation. Even in fire is burning, you just stand nearer to the fire, we are able to feel the hotness because of the radiation. So that is the radiation. Conduction means solid, convection and radiation means liquid and gases. Conduction is a slow process, radiation is a fast process. In conduction, there is no actual movement of the particles take place. This is conduction will take place only because of the molecular collision. The heat is transferred. All the process, the heat is transferred. Here, the heat is transferred by molecular collision. In convection also, the heat is transferred by the actual movement of particles. How the actual movement of the particle will take place? Because of the heating take place at the bottom, the hot layer has a low density as compared to the upper layer. So the low density will move up because of the buoyancy, and the high density will move down because of the gravity. So this movement of these particles by transferring the heat is called as a convection. Then radiation is the transfer of heat without actual heating the intervening medium. So the intervening medium does not heat up is called as a radiation. These are all the basic modes of heat transfer in solid, liquid and gases.